Bethadilla! Bethadilla! Where did she go?
It was like a long slumber, or a view of the garden behind the wall. But now, I finally get to see the sun again. The world out there has completely changed. But you remain the same, Flammy, my dear friend. You found me and put an end to the long, dark dream. You set me on fire again, bringing me back to what a flame should be like.
Welcome to the end of the 20th century, Ulu. For you, this is an interesting era with many, many new things. Well, I think we can learn them together, later, one by one. Well, for my dear brave friends... Welcome to the Uluru Games! My dear brave friends! What are you waiting for?
The conjuring of the entrance to the Uluru Stadium is sourced from a fantastic arcane ritual. Instead of a summon, it's closer to a sacrifice. The fire element also plays an important part in the sacrifice. In Spathadia's case, Ulu is her flame. Will it have anything to do with the unique condition Miss Spathadia has? Unlike other reincarnators, she still has a clear memory of this life, despite her young age. Or, it's because the two light spots of hers, the older self and the modern self, are not that different, so she's spared going through any drastic changes. And the reason behind it might be...
Ezra!
Yes, I'm here. What can I do for you, Miss Spathadia?
I'm waiting for you.
I see. Sorry, I was too involved in taking notes. I will pack and return to Laplace as soon as possible. But before that... I have to clean up the spores and the mess we made in the battle first. Otherwise, they may change the environment here.
Oh, come on, you weirdo. You're leaving now? After all our effort? I can never understand you.
Aren't you waiting for me to leave?
Of course not. I'm waiting for you to join us. We'll go into the stadium together. Come to think about what I've suffered. Coma, hallucination, confusion, thirst, misconception that I was almighty. And then, as you can see, I fell into a coma again after my sudden disappearance. I think you're right. I do need a doctor by my side.
But mankind cannot enter the stadium. We all know that!
Blah, blah, blah. Please! The stadium has never shown itself to any humans before. When life gives you cake, just dig right in.
Struth! This is the Uluru Stadium?
It's even more splendid than I thought. And more comfortable and pleasing.
Comfortable and pleasing? I don't feel the same way as you do. But not in the sense that this place doesn't look beautiful to me. On the contrary, it's stunning. But physically, I don't feel anything special.
Maybe because you're human. Hey, wait!
Not so fast. Be careful. Miss Desert Flannel, you will fall!
I won't! I won't! I'm feeling as light as the wind and even more energetic than when I finished a big meal of steak and cake. I may fall anytime, anywhere, but not now, not here.
This is exactly what Arcanus should feel.
Miss Ulu. Pardon me. May I call you that?
Go ahead if you want, child. But of course, I would appreciate it if you called me madam, since I'm a few hundred years older than all of you. Besides, I am the most sacred flame of the games.
I won! Been a long time since I had so much fun running. Ulu, is that a one? We didn't have anything like that before. And those benches!
Things change, Flammy. In the past hundreds of years, when you were absent, countless changes happened to the Uluru Games. New lawns and benches had somehow appeared in the stadium, but none of these changes were made by Arcanists. Those actually made by Arcanists were new events, new rules, and new management. These are the changes that really made the Uluru Games different.
I see. No wonder I've never seen ice race walking in my memories. Let me see. So there was no stone-throwing divination or a new tridecathon either.
Ice race walking is not a traditional sport in Australia. It originated in Northern Europe and became popular in cold countries.
That's right. Ice race walking was introduced to the games in 1926. If my memory serves me well, it was introduced by the St. Pavlov Foundation. On one hand, they hoped to show the internationality and inclusiveness of the game. On the other... Well, it took the place of fire race walking.
I see. I read it somewhere before. At the beginning of the 20th century, after St. Pavlov Foundation took over the Uluru Games, some challenging and relatively dangerous sports were cancelled. This was also the turning point of the Uluru Games. From then on, the games declined in popularity, and fewer athletes came each year.
These people. No, these idiots. They know nothing about the essence of the Arcanist sporting event. Where on earth can you find an Arcanist who would burn their own legs in fire race walking? Everyone knows you'll be fine as long as you believe the fire's harmless.
But, in point of fact, fire is dangerous.
But think about it. It's unbelievable. Given your short fuse, I can't believe you just let them cancel your favorite event, Ulu.
Short fuse?
Yeah, you heard it right. She's got the hottest temper. Burns like herself.
Things change, Femi. I have already spent over 1,000 years in this world. I'm no longer the young, hot-headed flame of your age. Even your grandmother should call me Grandma now.
Grandma? So they can just take away your favorite event just because you're old now? I don't understand. Anyway, Flemmy is back. It's time Arcanus took back the Uluru Games from the Foundation. Let's design a new list of events that fit real Arcanists. We'll start from fire race walking. There are woods here. Ulu can start some bonfires with them.
Will the Foundation agree to this? They seem difficult to deal with.
It's hard to take it over from the Foundation. But if we have all the security-related facilities prepared and apply to host the event through Laplace Scientific Computing Center...
Considering Spathadia's identity, we do stand a chance. But the paperwork we're going to deal with...
Come on! Come on! You're not supposed to talk about paperwork in the sacred Uluru Stadium. Instead of a bunch of weak office workers who would pant from climbing a few stairs, what I need is some real athletes who can help me complete the fire race walking. I don't mind whether they're cute or weird. I only need them to be energetic. This is the only thing we ask of athletes in this sport.
Great idea, but the only inconvenience is that we are in the middle of the desert, a place where only flies visit. And as I checked my contact list, I saw only client, client, and client. The ordinary ones and the ones I once stood up. Where are we going to find athletes?
Well, I happen to know many Arcanists who meet your need. And they happen to be here. Right now.
What? How come I can't see them anywhere? Why are you opening the suitcase? Are you gonna organize your stuff here?
Anyone care to have some fresh air?
The fresh smell of grass with smoked fragrance. There is no doubt that it tastes better than gilded carrots. And look at this army of royal guards. They must be here to greet the great Darlie Clatton.
Royal Guard? What is he saying? No kidding. Is that giant creature covered with spikes his Royal Guard?
That's the Thorny Devils, the enormous creatures born in the burning sand of the stadium. They used to be mounts for the players, but looks like they have forgotten their master after all these years of slumber. Enough talk. Let's put them back to dust and ashes.
May the peace be with us.
Just in time.
I can't agree more.
Umbrella and around.
Extraction of the rain. Be careful, young man. Affirmative.
My sword sharp.
Oh, I can't
I
agree
believe in
more.
you. So long lives this, and this gives power to thee.
Fine.
Lenia sereno intenso ad infinito.
It's illegal. Just as well.
My sword sharp.
Cheer up.
Lenia sereno intenso ad infinito.
Affirmative.
Just in time.
I believe in you.
A ravishing rainbow.
So long lives this, and this gives power to thee.
Don't worry.
The world
Weightlessness
I have
only
never seen
lasts a
before.
second. The star falls towards the sun as the apple drops to the ground.
Each moment, now night.
Three hours, 15 minutes left. No, nothing. Let's move.
Yes! Another great victory! And I dedicate this win to Miss Spathadia!
And to Miss Desert Flannel.
Now, people, those of you who are not afraid of fire and wish to walk among the flames, please register here.